Alright, got a technician game here. I think it was a pre-make. Yeah, it must have been a pre-make because it's taken us 5 minutes to start the game. So we're going to be playing some technician. It's kind of an interesting class on this map. I feel like there are very few base spots you could use if you want to go for basing technician. We see down, well actually I can't fucking move the camera there because we're in this view. I'll wait for the game to start. Okay, so we see down, looks like I'm picking here to go in. I guess, yeah, because I was gonna outpost down there. So we see down here, one entrance spot and a common base spot. Kind of nice, but as technician, you wanna like wall the ramp. Doesn't really work when it's a low ground out facing ramp, because you place it down here, they've got full surface area of it. If you place it on the high ground, it's a bit better, but then that's like I think that's 4 that you need to place there, 4 for the wall. I don't think it's even a flush 4 wall. I imagine you place 3 and then you have to place 1 further back here. So already not great there. We're going to start off with 2 +1 factories and then get a 3rd +1 factory. Pretty standard. We're probably going to equal up to like 3 +2s or something, and then finish that off. I think I was telling the prophet not to wall me, just place some extraction wards here, but he was pretty, he had his mind set on walling something, so he sent something out there. I think, yeah, we're for sure going to delay the outpost, right? I'm not outposting this early on. Surely not. I think I was just in position to kind of scout links. But anyway, like, where else do you really set up a proper base? This isn't very good. Even if there were full rocks here, it's not very good. Something like this could work, because I think you can wall the top of the ramp with 3 walls there. But then you have to also wall this side with, like, you probably have to go down the bottom. It's just, yeah, it's not great. Very, like, if you get the right rocks, I don't think basing on this map is even that great. So, this game, I'm not basing, I'm going for map control technician. As we see, we are getting up some... Do I come in there just to leech some XP? We see I got a little bit there. Don't just go to leech some XP off my teammates. What a bastard I am. But yeah, we've got 2 +2s already. We're going to go for another one in a second, I imagine, and then probably outpost. Yeah, I've stopped transmuting on this, so we'll upgrade it. Then I imagine go for it now. We start off with a cloaking field. Hopefully this guy moves away from farming here, because my mind's kind of set on it. I kind of want to farm near my eco so I can get some vision. Yeah, there it is. But I also don't really want to farm down here. It's kind of a shit spot to farm down here. This actually gets found. I should watch from my camera point of view. So I go to heal that. I do cloak it, and I'm thinking here I probably have to blink up to salvage that, because I thought those might have been patrolled, but I actually got very lucky. Not only were they just random lings, but they weren't even random lings that were running all the way to the back there. So not only do I not have to salvage, I did like or blink up to salvage. I actually just get to immediately continue ecoing. It's very nice. But we're trying to get towards our level 2 here. Trying to get some gas. Got an elementalist here. A little bit of this. Surely this guy's not going to get away with Creeper versus Glevig. I was going to say, you can't step that far on Creep, I don't think. What Zerg are we versing? Jack and Zemu on Kerrigan and Glevig. Okay. Glevig kind of rough for Technician. Technician has an incredible range advantage later in the game with his towers, but Glevig also has a range advantage. And I think at max level, max range upgrade level, I think Glevig has 13 range. Can't remember how much I get on my towers. I think it's like 9 or something. So I'm pretty sure they do outrange me. It depends. I think, yeah, laser towers have more. So laser towers get 7, and then I think 3 range upgrades. So I think it's 10. 10 for laser towers, and 10 for rocket towers. Siege towers can outrange Glevig, but that doesn't really achieve a lot. So can shocking towers and disintegration towers, actually. Game doesn't achieve a lot, but I actually didn't know that. We see level 2 coming out, so we immediately get our accelerate and place it as soon as possible. Already up to how much per second? +7. Insane. Don't worry, that'll grow fast. But we have a +8 transmutation factory. 2 +4s. Those will soon become +8s. Feeding this eco doesn't even have to salvage it, actually. Quite nice. Oh, never mind. Never mind. They definitely will have to now. Do not tell me. Okay. Does he lose this? Oh, yeah, so feel fucking lucky. I'm punished for being a complete and utter monkey there. See a Lingball coming through here. Bit unfortunate. I don't have great means to deal with it. I'm trying to get a rocket tower now. buy some time by just healing this before doing Cloaking Field, but they actually just run right past, funnily enough. I think they're sent towards bot left, yeah. So I actually don't get much out of that. I don't get much out of the rocket tower, but hey, at least now I am defended against further ling balls. But yeah, I assumed it was set to my outpost here. And I didn't have accelerator up either, so I wasn't able to get too much out of that. But it's fine, it's fine. I didn't lose the outpost, which is much more valuable there. Attack. And they do end up sending a few lings, actually. Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe they were also sent to bot left? I don't think so. I do have to, or I don't have to accelerate there. I feel like I have to, because I don't have much vision of how many more lings are coming in. Turns out it wasn't too many. Why are there so many lings pathing through here, actually? I don't think there was even a ling ball sent, I'm not sure. Either way, they gave me a ton of gas. Not quite enough for level 2 accelerate, but we're in a great position. We see we've went from +7 to +80 pretty fucking quick. And I mean, looking at the plus number actually isn't very reliable as technician. It kind of fluctuates a lot, but basically we're in a very good position. Just stop all transmutation there and run back up here to salvage. I'm very fortunate that Kerrigan doesn't follow me or run up here. I don't know if they saw me run this way. I tried to run towards the edge of their vision and then upwards, I think. But either way, it looks like we don't have to salvage here. So we resume transmuting, and I definitely want to get back on top of farming some gas pretty fast. Mostly because I'm already level 4, and I really would like to upgrade Accelerate to level 2. Because although it increases radius, not particularly useful here because it's just a very compact eco anyway. I'm not going to expand it. It does reduce the cooldown, which is super valuable. 15 seconds of cooldown, very nice. And your eco is more efficient with the gas than it is with minerals alone. So definitely worth it there as well. But I probably wouldn't prioritize getting another accumulator outpost too early, were it not for the fact that I was already level 4. If I were only like level 3 or something, I'd probably hold off on it for a bit. Or at least maybe just make more outposts as opposed to an accumulator one. Just for map control as opposed to worrying about the resources as much. But we go for accumulator. I believe I should place a vision tower here as well, yeah. I think I was holding off on it because I was like, maybe Kerrigan comes back, but I want to have that option to be able to step away from this eco if I need to desperately go, like if a ling comes through here, comes up here, and I need to get back to this eco spot to cloak it. We do see, of course, one of the very nice downsides for Glevig, upsides for survivors, is that you can see them teleporting in Fog of War. So that clues us into the fact that she's over there. Elementalist comes in, steals all our gas like a fucking bastard. I would have been able to handle that personally. Little bit of micro and a single laser tower clearing all those lings. Actually, Alarak dies. Was he just down here? Did he just get run down? Looks like it. But yeah, we go back to farming our lings. Almost level 5. We almost have Accelerate up as well. If we can hit level 5 before this comes off cooldown, very nice. But 3 plus 32 transmutation factories. I think it's not going to be long before I want to start doing a little more than AFK ecoing here. Very fortunate to be basically completely untouched. So I can pretty much start my win condition in a couple of minutes. I do have to worry that creep's getting close though, so that's probably going to set me behind a bit because I'm likely going to want to actually salvage this eco instead of just leaving it to keep going and then moving around the map. See, I do have acceleration of cooldown, but I'm not quite level 5, and I mean, 15 seconds of cooldown reduction. Do I think I'm going to get level 2 accelerate within the next 15 seconds? I say probably not, and it turns out that's not the case, so we just use it instead and it works out for us. We are probably going to have to salvage pretty soon. Creep Tumor here, very dangerous. If Glevig TPs and scans this, taking a bit of a risk to not salvage already. I probably stop transmutation here, yeah, and I'm probably going to salvage it after this all comes out. So just heal up quick. Salvage the accumulator because Glevig's no doubt going to TP onto this pretty soon anyway. Salvage our eco. Bug out a little bit, why not? But we're holding 26k. Not a bad spot to be in. By the time we place our next eco, we're going to have acceleration off cooldown. And we're going to be able to hit, if we choose, 9 transmutation factories at once. Instead we opt for 6 just because of the way we want our eco here. We're actually going to be able to get a huge boost, and probably maybe at the 16-minute mark, if things keep going the way they're going, probably start winning the game. We're going to start making a bunch of outposts and then try to make use of that map control and snowball it into a an unstoppable force, basically. Start spreading across the entire map and building up faster than the Zerg can clear us out. We know they're bot right as well. They do have teleports, so, you know, we're not super safe. We can't really just step away from our eco yet, but we could maybe make a little bit of map control around here, at least soon. Yeah, so we put some trainees up there to get in position to salvage once we move out. We are making a few outposts, get some engineering bays down as well. Want at least 2. The technician upgrades can take a little bit of time, and you usually want quite a lot of them. 10 seconds each, and with how cheap they are in the early game, we're going to want a few. So we start getting some construction time, just because it's so cheap for the first 2 levels. A little bit of armor and damage. Complete. Maybe even tower range. I mean, 500 minerals for +1 range when I'm at this much income. Very nice. And we're just going to go 3 or 4 towers per outpost. Just kind of get a little bit of map control. Nothing heavy. It's mostly there to, what would you say, just stop random lings running around. Eventually we can reinforce it, but for now it's mostly just to buy more area on the map for map control. I've got outposts going on around the bot left side now, and I'm probably going to want to move back to top left, or mid left I guess it is, to chrono my eco once again. Where am I? Yeah, so I imagine I'm moving back up now. It was off cooldown. I should have moved up a bit earlier, but I guess I wanted these outposts up. We're just going to chrono this and then probably move to bot left or bot mid. We definitely want 2 eco spots at this point, and especially since Kerrigan's heading towards the top left side of the map, and probably going to move downwards. We will probably go for one more tick of these ecos and then stop transmutation. It looks like I've already stopped it on some of them. Yeah, okay, I've stopped transmutation now. So I'm going to get ready to salvage. I don't need to start salvaging yet. There's a chance Kerrigan walks by, and I'm kind of waiting to see if that happens. We should be setting up another eco spot. Yeah, I am. They're kind of down bot left. Get them split up now. Elementalist keeping eyes on Kerrigan, kind of, which is very nice. We'll be able to see with this outpost as well where she heads to. So yeah, now we know. Now we need to start salvaging. And unfortunately, my trainers are actually getting trapped on top of each other, and I have to blink them around, and I cancel one of my salvages there. Kind of losing me, or causing me to lose a bit more than I should have. A little bit bad control by me there. I actually lose two of the factories. Not a huge loss because I stopped the transmutation. So they had no minerals in them for me to lose. But I would have been able to get like 3 or 4k out. Not sure how much actually. But with the salvage, it would have been nice per transmutation factory. That is probably like close to 8k total actually. Would have been very nice, obviously, but I kind of fucked it up. But we still have a ton. We've got the accelerate going off. We're setting up some more. What the fuck? What is going on here? They fungal it as well. What the fuck was that? I've never seen that before. Interesting. Anyway, back to getting upgrades. What am I at? I still only have 1 range. I should be going for that. Getting the expert training for the trainees, actually. So do I have trainees topside or something? I do. So I'm going to make accumulators and towers up here soon with the trainees. I'm trying to, re-establish this. Now I'm able to make eco away from my hero. Should be getting that 1 range. Maybe even another level of construction time is very nice. Does speed things up a lot. Fortunately, these stalkers and the elementals around here to help my trainees establish a foothold on that side of the map. Very valuable when Kerrigan is down, again closing in on my hero. Now we can just sit here with our hero, get ready to perma accelerate this, and instant salvage anything that, or instant salvage our eco if we need to. Move out some trainees. So yeah, now we're just getting map control with our trainees. Probably upgrade that eco a little bit. Definitely focusing on the eco near my technician, because 1, we can accelerate it, and 2, we have more. We have a faster way of complete salvaging it. Obviously, way more better to focus on that around my hero. Looks like Kerrigan's getting baited by the elementalist a little bit, which is nice. Is that a dead prophet? No, they did have fungal actually. Big snowball and explosive ball comes in there, taking out some hydras. How are we doing up this side? So just a little bit of eco. It's not a huge, like this isn't really for income so much. It gives me a little bit, but the main thing there is to pretty much set up something that I can later upgrade if I have to salvage here, so I can immediately dump it back into eco. Where'd Kerrigan head off to? Are they still down here? They are. They actually might go for this eco. I can't remember. But what am I looking at currently? Oh, I'm spamming towers. Yeah, so set this up as a potential eco spot as well. Have I stopped transmuting? I haven't. That's risky since I know Kerrigan's down here. I'm just setting up another eco spot. The fact that I haven't stopped transmuting is crazy risky, actually. I mean, you can salvage it while it's got minerals in it, but you lose a portion of the minerals that are in there if you salvage. So usually you want to stop transmuting if you feel like you're about to have to salvage. So yeah, I do stop it here at least. Probably just upgrade all this instead. Yeah. Yep. And then this will be our new eco, at least for now. It'll be our new eco. I will put eco back into here if I don't have to salvage it, of course. Artana's getting low, but does get out. Teammates fucking with the Kerrigan, kind of eating up a lot of her attention, all of her attention even. Meanwhile, we're just getting a little bit of map control. Starting to pretty much take top left as our entire base, I guess. Whereas it's not like a proper base, it's more like a massive outpost, I guess. Or a mini base. It's not really defended enough to call it a base, but we can, oh, Artana died there, unfortunate. We can upgrade it a lot to actually hold out from pretty much, well, not anything at this point other than the Kerrigan hero. They are kind of just, I mean, our team was fucking with them, taking up a lot of their attention, but our team's kind of getting fucked up themselves. We do lose the Artanis, of course, and the rest of our team has to back off. We're still kind of just sitting here. Of course, we can blink down if we're ever in trouble. I should have actually made a portal here, just to not have to waste blink, or not waste it, but not have to burst blink here. A bit of a mistake by me, but we're still just massing towers around the map. Massing tier 1 towers, we don't have to upgrade them yet. They're still good enough as tier 1 towers, dealing with random lings. If we see roach balls or something getting sent towards them, we can turn them into laser towers. If we see a large ling ball, we can turn them into rocket towers or a siege tower or something, depending on the position. What are our upgrades looking like? So we have, I think that's 4 armor. Yeah, 4 armor on the towers, 2 attack. You don't need attack so much unless you're versing unit balls. And since they're not sending many unit balls to my towers yet, the armor is quite nice. It makes it very hard for lings to do any damage at all. 8 armor on those towers. And what other upgrades do I have? 1 range, finally. I should get 2 range by this point. I mean, I'm fucking rich. Why not? Should probably be looking at upgrading the tower damage as well. And definitely construction time is a big thing for us since we're using trainees to build. We have 3 big ecos as well. Very nice. Yeah, we're very rich at the moment. And once acceleration comes off cooldown, that is going to be an insane burst of minerals for us. And I mean, we should probably, yeah, we maxed out the construction time and we're just spamming around the map, securing bot left for some eco as well. Probably be making some down here. Looks like I am. Very nice. And yeah, since we know that there are units up here, we upgrade these towers, turn them into rocket towers. Very good versus ling balls and hydra balls. Not so much versus pegalisk or roach balls or elemental goes down. But because there's not beggars or what are they called, or roaches up here, the rocket towers do very well. We're able to keep this eco secure. Don't even have to stop transmuting, which is nice. But yeah, I should upgrade piercing lasers soon because I'm probably going to want to start looking at some laser towers potentially at least. Having that, yeah, there it is, prematurely upgraded is still good. When I have this many minerals, I mean, look how much I'm floating. It's good to have it just so I don't have to worry about, oh yeah. Okay, so I do stop the transmutation, good. Unfortunately, no trainees around to salvage. Yeah, so I don't have to worry about the research time is what I was going to say. Because the tower's pretty much instantly upgraded at this point. I've got maxed out construction speed. How are we doing down the bot left? Pretty reinforced. You do want a mix of laser towers and rocket towers. I could be mixing them up better than I have, but I think what I'm doing is just control clicking them, upgrading one, and then control clicking again, upgrading to a different type. It's not as efficient as, you know, being a bit more particular with how you upgrade them, but it does give you speed, which can be pretty valuable if you are doing a lot of things. Funny to say when I'm on my camera just staring at my hero for some reason. Must have been waiting for, I don't know what I was doing actually. Anyway, hopefully I go back to worrying about what my, or like at least doing stuff around the map instead of staring at my hero. Nope, I'm just staring at my hero. Okay, well at least this time I'm doing something. I'm making some towers. I probably have these guys fully queued up, yeah. Do I have any idle workers? Not really. I'm controlling them as they become idle, it looks like, fortunately. Just spam more towers. There we see a mix of laser towers and rocket towers. Coming out with some flashlight upgrades too, I think. Yeah. for more vision. Unfortunately, these guys don't have vision at the very edge, but all these will have vision. Getting eyes on Kerrigan. Unfortunately, I don't have any scans personally. It costs supply to turn them into scans, and I don't really have that much luxury. Technician did get nerfed down from, I think it was 50 supply to 30 max supply. So you are a lot more limited in how many trainees you can get. Good change as well, because it's still a lot of trainees to work with, and you can still get a few scans in there if you want to sacrifice some trainees, but I really like being able to just make as many as possible. You see, I'm trying to reinforce this a little bit more. I might even destroy these to wall it off, because Kerrigan is slowly coming towards here. I don't want a full base. I don't want a proper base. And of course, if I salvage here, oh, that's bad. I lose quite a lot. As I was gonna say, if I do have to salvage here, I have a lot of places I can put my eco back into. Unfortunately, losing one of them as I say that, but I still have bot left I could eco into. I have trainees on the left side that I could reinforce. I could move up towards top left as well. In fact, yeah, looks like I'm about to do that as Kerrigan gets closer to this position. We see it on the minimap. I mean, there are so many towers around. We can upgrade these as well. What upgrades are we looking at now? Let's see what stat upgrades. Yeah, 5 armor, 4 attack, almost maxed out. Upgrading the piercing lasers even more. Kerrigan recalls out, which is really, really good for us. I was putting in an arsenal up there just to give an extra boost to my towers when it comes to their damage. How much of a boost is it? 50% weapon damage we would have been able to give to our towers. But quite fortunate that Kerrigan didn't walk through there, because even if she makes me salvage, yeah, I get most of it out and it doesn't actually set me behind that much. But it's so much easier to play the game when they don't make you salvage, you know? It's a bad position for them to be in, to be honest, because if they walk up, they take damage, and they actually don't set me behind that much because I just instantly put it somewhere else into eco. But then if they don't walk up, I mean, they're not stopping me from what I'm doing, which is pretty much expanding faster than they can clear out with their units. Even if both of them were sending groups of like unit balls around to clear out these towers, I still expand faster than they can clear it. And I'm slowly whittling down the Zerg hero. We see that at 63k, taking a little bit of damage as they go. We're sitting only at 10k right now. That is going to ramp up pretty fast as I get more towers, as I get more upgrades on the towers. I imagine I'm pretty close to maxing out. I'm not going to want the level 5 tower damage for a while. Definitely want this piercing lasers upgrade though. What level am I? Level 13. I mean, yeah, max out accelerate. Pretty huge. Every 60 seconds, I get 400% chrono boost on these. It's very fucking strong. Who's Kerrigan at the moment? I actually can't see her on the minimap. Oh, she's over here, over left side. Establishing top left, upgrading the towers a bit to make sure we take out the piggers. We're going to have that as an eco spot. Hopefully I look down bot left and start targeting the Kerrigan or upgrading the towers around the Kerrigan. I mean, it's more important for me to just be spamming towers than it is to do that though. We don't have anything of value down bot left, just our teammates. So we don't really care about that. I mean, and it's true to be honest, you don't really need to care about your teammates as technician. You can actually just solo the game as this class quite easily as well. Like, at this point, we have pretty much solidified the game to be solo won by us as technician. We just have to not fuck up, basically. And then we see target fire on the Kerrigan does huge amounts of damage, even without accelerate or anything. Even without an arsenal buff. Oh, we see arsenal there. I should be buffing my towers. Bit of a monkey move, but they take 27k, I think that was, maybe 25k from that, and don't even get on top of our eco or our allies' eco. All of this is still up, and we did, in the meanwhile, secure top left. And we're kind of, it's a little bit sparse bot mid, but I was going to say, I'm sure we start working towards it soon. We've got top left, mid left, bot left, pretty much full secured. Now we can start slowly creeping towards bot right, and probably start slowly creeping towards mid as well. Just diversify our eco to make sure we don't pretty much put all our eggs in one basket with this one eco spot we have here. I mean, we put a little bit top left as well, but the more variance we have in our eco spots, the better, the more certain it is that we win the game, basically. Pretty much the more eco spots we have, the higher our percentage to win the game. Yeah, now we're starting to creep slightly more towards mid. We've pretty much got our foothold around there, so as we start creeping these towers towards mid, the towers behind them are pretty much going to be defending all of the trainees that move further up. Not that they really need it, they do build these towers pretty fast. 7 seconds to build a tower, and them alone pretty much easily defends themselves, I guess, with the towers building. Kerrigan trying to clear out some of the bot right. They're doing well, But the problem is, as they hold out all these trainees, I'm sending out to the bot right to establish some of this map control. They take a little bit of damage from the existing towers, but they're also not actually dealing with what's on the other side of the map. It's like it's like a cancer. You can't clear it out fast enough. It's just constantly rebuilding everywhere. And I mean, yeah, they deal a little bit with it at a time. You see they're going to take out some trainees here, take out some towers here. Nice. Meanwhile, 50 more go up, and they're also having to deal with bot right at the same time as well. Now I also have teammates pushing, so that's going to slow down the defender from being able to send units out to my towers. So just going to spam these around. I imagine I'm maxed out now. No, not quite still actually. Don't even have, yeah, I should have this piercing lasers maxed out at least. Tower damage makes more sense. It's very expensive for a small increase in damage. Still valuable, but it's like I'd rather just be upgrading my towers. Actually, how's my eco going? This is almost maxed out. This is almost maxed out. Obviously, this is maxed out, and I'm going to put eco back into it since it looks like the Zerg can't actually combat that yet. Having to destroy my own towers, it looks like, because I've trapped myself in. Or not trapped myself in, trapped myself out, blocked myself, just spamming all these towers. Yeah, I mean, look at the Hydras. They send a ball of units in, it clears out 2 or 3 towers, and then in the meantime, I've built like how many more? And it's just, my eco is still increasing. Like, I'm not even maxed out here. I mean, upgrade-wise I am, we just see I get them in there. But I'm not even at my strongest at this point. I'm still growing in strength. And in a way, so is Zerg. You know, they're still getting some more eco, some more levels. But my towers soon are just, like, once I can get all these to level 3, every tower on the map to level 3 towers, they're not going to stand much of a chance. Let's see, we upgrade a few here, try to pick up what's going on. Apparently, I activate my cloaking field. Probably a bit of a misclick. But here we see the win condition, or one of the win conditions comes in. We hit entity limit. So in Kerrigan Survival, you can only have, or in any StarCraft map actually, it's built into the StarCraft engine. Even teleporting some trainees mid there. You can only have so many entities on the map at any given time. And unfortunately, we've hit that. So we've just got too many towers on the map basically. There are too many things going on in the map where the game starts kind of bugging out. And if you try to build something new, when the entity limit is reached, it usually gets cancelled. Sometimes you get a unit through just as, like, let's say one of the towers dies. As I build a new tower, I might get that through, but it might be bugged out. It might spawn without an auto attack. We see at some point in this game, Zerg are spawning units and they get some Hydras out, but they don't have auto. In fact, I think maybe these will be the ones. No, it looks like these aren't the ones, but Zerg units bug out. Sometimes they can't be controlled. Sometimes they don't get auto attacks. The game starts becoming very buggy. And although it's not intentional with this strategy, unfortunately, it is kind of an abuse of the game. Like, the Kerrigan Survival devs can't fix it. But it's like a win condition that you would go for even if you couldn't abuse entity limit. Here we see we're trying to place a bunch of towers, but they're getting cancelled because we're at the entity limit. Like, this is a very genuine, a proper win condition with Technician, because you can build your towers faster than they can take them out, and you can push with them. As we see, we're getting closer and closer towards mid, and now that we're pretty much maxed out, it looks like we're maxing out all our towers as well. We will be able to push back the Zerg's eco and win that way. But unfortunately, it does also happen to be a separate win condition to actually hit entity limit with Technician, which is very easy to do with this class. And then you kind of block Zerg from being able to spawn units, while you can, you know, spawn towers slowly. You get blocked from spawning towers as well, but it gives you as the survivor the advantage, especially when your towers are much more valuable than their units. So yeah, it's a little fucked up. It's not what it's not what I was going for. It's kind of just a side effect. I would be happy if the entity limit weren't here, because I'd still win. I mean, I'd still be pushing towards mid, as we see we're doing here. Sophia's still alive with the Thors as well. They're slowly coming out. Probably desperately trying to spawn over here, not being able to spawn constantly because of the entity limit. Here we see one of the Hydras without an auto attack. So let's see what the damage is at right now. So yeah, we went from 10k to 37k. as they try to take out our towers with their hero, they do slowly lose health, and if they don't use their hero, they're much slower at clearing the towers, which means we have a much easier time at establishing much more of a foothold on the map, or in this case, also hitting entity limit. So yeah, we'll see the constant message crashed with message didn't spawn, indicating that entity limit bug. Are all our eco things maxed out yet? No, they're actually not. I mean, it's more than enough, especially with 60-second cooldown on our apparently it's not more than enough. I'm trying to make more eco down here for some reason. But yeah, 60-second cooldown on our accelerate. Every tower, I believe, should be maxed out. It looks like it looks like it is. I mean, I've got more towers, more than 500 towers on the map. 500 being the limit in the select all army hotkey. So pretty much, yeah, we see some that aren't maxed out here. I imagine I'm not able to select them all in the all army hotkey, which is what I'm trying to do to upgrade all my towers. I wonder what I'm looking at right now. Oh, I'm looking at myself being trapped in by a fucking ghost. Very nice.
Your forces are under
so opposite of teammate here, blocking me in with gateways, which is a bit annoying because I'm trying to get trainees out because they're spawning on top of my hero. I have to blink them out each time, and then I also usually have to blink them around my fucking towers because I'm also blocking myself in with all this tower spam. But we are getting closer and closer to this mid, slowly boxing in the Zerg. They're doing quite a good job at defending. Again, Glevig being the best at this because of that attack range they have. Where is their hero actually? They've gone to hide in a corner because they're done at 12k. But yeah, 13 attack range makes it much harder for me to get close with the trainees to build up towers or to punish them if they TP close because they do outrange my towers. 12 range towers, that's what it is. So they have 1 range over the towers, at least the laser towers and the rocket towers. Kerrigan, however, doesn't have that luxury. They have to step a lot closer. Yeah, we're still just spamming our towers around. Meanwhile, Ghosts doing the best they can to fuck me over here. I'm surprised. Okay, yeah. Now I've maxed out all the tech up here. I mean, I think I think my eco just grows faster than I can spend it at this point, especially if I keep accelerating.
Base is under attack. Your forces are under attack.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit on creep here. We see that they actually don't have much eco to work with. Eventually they'll run out of creep, also running out of eco. Celinda's trying to harass them a little bit there. So Celinda's actually out in the open. They could maybe go for a kill on him. Kerrigan could. I mean, level 4 Storm and his level 16 Kerrigan does a lot of damage. Like Fungal plus Storm, and then I guess they can't really spam Corrupt or Brooder. They don't actually have the infrastructure, the eco or the tech for it. They do have a little bit of a bank. Anyway, what am I up to at the moment? Still just spreading towards mid. Still just getting boxed in by this ghost. Not a problem. Having to destroy my own towers to get my trainees out. Yeah.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, okay, the Cylinders did die apparently. Did they die to Glevig or something? A fucking monkey. But we're just trying to teleport trainees into mid. Unfortunately, they've actually done well at placing units mid to stop me from doing that. Well played to them. We do get a few past. We get with the cloak, blink them down, make some stuff. But with only 2 trainees, they won't be able to make a huge amount too fast. But they did a good job there with placing the units in mid. They should react pretty fast to this as well. Well, actually, maybe they won't. They've got a lot to deal with, so it would be understandable if they don't. Actually, Kerrigan comes down. Takes a little bit of damage for their efforts. My god, he's got even more walls now as well. He's walled me in how many different places at this point?
Base is under attack.
Ghost asking for, Ghost Nova asking for minerals. We very easily send them quite a lot. How much are they sitting on now? I imagine we sent them quite a bit. Not much actually. They probably maxed out pretty fast. Close to it. I'll max out even faster now that I got the accelerate off. How much upgrades? Yeah, almost there. Ghost Nova does take a... Oh my god. I was going to say, Ghost Nova does take a lot of minerals to max out. The fucking monkey almost died there to the stasis units after I sent him probably like 200k. and then put it immediately into his
is under
upgrades and would have
attack.
just lost it all. How are we doing now? We're still trying to maneuver around our own teammates' gates, but we are getting a decent amount of our trainees out, I imagine. Let's see. Yeah, I'll be controlling all those. Is this guy... I feel like... Oh, look at that insane combo. Trainee plus... Okay, no, the Thor does end up dying. I feel like this guy, he's got no blink now. He's just going to die to units. Maybe not. Looks like the Kerrigan's not actually sending the stuff to him. Alright, what are we focusing on? Yeah, we're just slowly creeping towards the Zerg base still. Very slowly, of course. With the entity limit, it does make it harder for us to, or slower for us to push. But it will happen eventually. Yeah, kind of a good combo there with the Team Nova helping out my trainees as we slowly move towards the mid. Looks like, Kerrigan's trying to push a little bit from bot right. It's not getting too far with it, are they? Oh, this guy is pretty much completely walled me in at this point. I think at some point I've got to get pissed off enough to do something about it. Surely. Yeah, you see we're trying to queue up a bunch of towers. All our trainees are getting like trapped on stuff. All the different walls around our base that we have to blink through. Fortunately this side is a little bit less unwalled, so we managed to get through there. I think it's at this point I probably get fed up with having to blink my trainees out 50 times. Yeah, we see I'm trying to make a tower here. I reckon I'm going to turn that into a siege tower to finally clear out all this shit that he's got around. Yeah, there we go. I am sick of all the gates that are stuck, that I've been trapped in, so finally going to make some room for myself here. Sacrificing my own buildings as I do it looks like. Zerg's only done a 3.6k. They will be in a lot of danger if they even TP close to the Team Nova here, actually. Yeah, it does a ton of damage per second. I'm not even going to bother calculating that. You see I clear out some of the walls. Probably going to spend most of my APM, instead of creeping around the map, setting up all my towers around the map and pushing towards mid, I'm going to spend most of it on destroying my teammates' walls so I can actually move. See, there's 20 seconds left. I wonder how they die, actually. I can't remember. Oh, they just died of Prophet. After all I did, Prophet just runs in and takes them out. There we go. Absolutely disgusting strategy. Abusive, frankly. And even if Entity Limit didn't exist, it would still be OP. Just an OP class.